Welcome to AiTales, the YouTube channel that uses the power of artificial intelligence to tell true and fiction stories like never before. Through cutting-edge AI technology, we bring the past to life and uncover fascinating tales from history that have been long forgotten. Join us as we delve deep into the past and explore the people, places, and events that have shaped our world. With AiTales, history has never been more exciting or engaging. Nicky Santoro was born in the heart of Brooklyn, New York, in the year 1955. He grew up in a rough neighborhood, surrounded by crime and violence. His parents were both hardworking blue-collar workers who did their best to provide for their family. Despite their efforts, Nicky still found himself drawn to the allure of the streets. As a teenager, Nicky fell in with a rough crowd of kids who were involved in petty theft and other small-time crimes. It wasn't long before Nicky found himself in trouble with the law. He was arrested several times for shoplifting and assault and spent some time in juvenile detention. After he turned 18, Nicky's criminal activities escalated. He began working for locally organized crime groups, doing odd jobs and running errands. It wasn't long before he caught the attention of the more powerful figures in the criminal underworld. They recognized his street smarts and his willingness to do whatever it took to get the job done. Nicky quickly rose through the ranks of the criminal world, gaining a reputation as a tough guy who could be counted on to handle any situation. He became known for his quick temper and his willingness to use violence to get what he wanted. Despite his criminal activities, Nicky still managed to find love. He met a woman named Ginger McKenna at a local bar and was immediately smitten with her. Ginger was a beautiful and fiery woman who was just as attracted to Nicky's dangerous lifestyle as he was to her. Together, Nicky and Ginger became a power couple in the criminal world. They worked together to run a successful prostitution ring, which brought in a lot of money for them both. However, their success was short-lived. The authorities caught wind of their activities and began investigating them. Nicky and Ginger knew they had to get out of town and fast. They fled to Las Vegas, where they hoped to start over and build a new life for themselves. But the past has a way of catching up with you, and Nicky soon found himself embroiled in a web of lies, deception, and violence that threatened to destroy everything he had worked so hard to achieve. Nicky and Ginger arrived in Las Vegas in the early 1970s with little more than the clothes on their backs and a few dollars to their names. But Nicky had a plan. He had contacts in the city's criminal underworld and knew that he could use his skills to make a name for himself in the city's casinos. Within a few months, Nicky had landed a job as a pit boss at one of the city's most prestigious casinos. He quickly impressed his bosses with his knowledge of the games and his ability to spot cheaters. It wasn't long before Nicky had earned a reputation as one of the best in the business. But Nicky's success was not without its drawbacks. He quickly became embroiled in a power struggle between the city's various crime families. Nicky was a loyal member of his own family, but he also had friends and acquaintances in rival organizations. This put him in a precarious position, and he soon found himself being pulled in multiple directions. Despite the danger, Nicky continued to climb the ranks of the casino world. He befriended wealthy gamblers and celebrities and used his charm and cunning to make sure they always had a good time at his casino. He also began to indulge in drugs and alcohol, which only made his temper more unpredictable. Meanwhile, Ginger was struggling with her own demons. She had always had a taste for the high life, but the glitz and glamour of Las Vegas had taken things to a whole new level. She became addicted to drugs and began sleeping around with other men. Nicky knew what was happening, but he was too caught up in his own world to do anything about it. As the 1980s rolled around, Nicky's luck began to run out. He was caught on tape discussing illegal activities with his associates, and the authorities began investigating him. Nicky knew that his time was up, and he prepared to go down fighting. But before he could do anything, he was gunned down in a parking lot outside a restaurant. The news of Nicky's death sent shockwaves through the criminal underworld, and Ginger was left alone to pick up the pieces. She struggled with addiction and depression and eventually died of a drug overdose in 1995. In the end, Nicky's life was a cautionary tale about the dangers of the criminal lifestyle. He had started out as a petty criminal on the streets of Brooklyn and had ended up as a powerful figure in the Las Vegas casino world. But his success had come at a high price, and in the end, he had paid for it with his life. Thank you for watching this episode of AiTales, where we bring history to life through the power of AI. We hope you found this episode informative and entertaining, and that it deepened your understanding and appreciation of the world around us. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to create and share more fascinating stories from the past, brought to life with the latest AI technology. Thank you again for tuning into AiTales, and we look forward to sharing more incredible stories with you soon.